home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Detroit Lions. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, right away, they'll change the look. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To the air, May. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's May. They'll try and do this himself. Open man, that's Malik Nabers. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's May. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
It's a loss of 6.
Byron Young.
3rd down and 10.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Here's 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he swung it right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
From the shotgun, it's May. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw, it's May. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Detroit Lions, first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On the jet sweep, here's Neighbors. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete. They had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Cam Little on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Cam Little to kick off.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
It's not enough. You fight, but it's not enough. You better reach them, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, yeah, somebody gotta do it. I say the G. Watch him do it. We survived outside, all from the music. They like, what he on? This is Alpha and Omega.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Set. 19 Charger. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle made back at his own 49.
Hey, go!
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That's good for 19 and a first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now a handoff running through the middle. Oh, nice move. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
That's another Washington Commanders first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18, Cougar 19.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Unlock line, unlock.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Lane, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has taken the lead. But down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and a pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. The touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker try on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
4 yards.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be
6
second down.
at the 39-yard line.
Crazy. Crazy. What's that in? What's that in? What's the key?
Throwing here is May. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
Or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They go play action now. May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage, they've been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They're going to throw. May. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. They line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Get some money, y'all. I put money down on all of us, on my people now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that for you?
That would be the number one thing you would think of. But so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Daniels looking to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Will go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing and communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. No, in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Abdul Carter drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Bust through the tackle. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And running really scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
From the shotgun, May with it. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15.
From the gun, it's May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw again. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6.
At the Commanders' 45-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. 20, 5, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Cam Little to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the fullback. They were very confident coming in. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
To the air goes Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
48-yard line.
On the ready. Ready. Cowboy 80.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. It's caught right side, turns. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here we go.
A give now to Bill. This is Krosky-Merritt. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Yeah, it's right there. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Krosky-Merritt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the
scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They get this out left. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
21, Lions 10. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 48-yard line, here's the second and 9. To the air, May. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Score, Commanders 21, Lions 16.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Right back to him on first down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 114 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been starts up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chicks. She ain't pulling the socks up when it's halftime.